Hello, everybody can hear me just good, just fine. Oh, I'm sorry. 1 minute. Watching some YouTube. This guy, Whiskey Dog Outdoors, really good guy. I love his channel. I think his channel is pretty awesome. He does a lot of outdoorsy stuff, hence in the name, and and he's got this big long beard. I could only dream of growing a beard like that. But yeah, no, he's a pretty cool dude. He's out with his dog and all that stuff, and he does good content. A lot of good cooking. So if you guys want to see some good cooking content out of his little truck there, it's pretty cool. But no, the reason why I was getting on because I haven't gone on in a while. And I've been like filming, but I really haven't been putting anything really together. But I did go home. I've been working my butt off. I did go home about a week ago, and today is what is today? Shoot, I think today's the April 7th, and it's 1931. Um, so I did go home about a week ago. I was gone for like 8 days, and it was good to be home. Did a car show with my Uncle Martin. Did some things at the house at the shop, and I didn't really record too much, but I did get some stuff done. But one of the main things I did get done was I got my wife's uh, not head gaskets, but the valve cover gasket that goes on top of the head gasket, part of it. So I got that taken apart, and then I I changed everything, cleaned everything up, changed everything. If I figure it out, I'll put a picture somewhere. um, and I did it all myself. So did that, changed her spark plugs, just did things like that, and then I ran into a little bit of an issue, and it was those cars, which she has a Kia 2012 Optima, and those cars have a high pressure fuel pump, and they're about so big, like they're not that big, but maybe this big, and then there's a spring underneath it, and that's why they consider it a high pressure because it's under pressure. Um, well, everything nowadays is made with plastic. Everything is just made very cheaply, and everything's made out of Taiwan. So, you really have to be careful with all those plastic parts and all that stuff. And I'll put another picture somewhere, um, because if everything is so old and it gets hot, and then in Fresno summer, your engine is that much hotter. So they tend to get really brittle. Like I broke one of her spark plug connectors, and luckily it still clicks in and stays there, so I'm not even touching it anymore. Hopefully by the time I get ready to do that again, we're just gonna get rid of it. But anyway, um, and all I did was touch it, and it broke. That's another fix it right there. It's just awful. And so everything came apart, the way it was supposed to. Everything came apart fine. I was this close from being done. I put back on the cover, did everything to spec as far as torque spec, the way that it's supposed to go. Doing every what do you call it, uh, bolt and all that stuff, and everything was great. Everything was going on great. I was so happy because I did it. I completed it, and then I went to grab that. Um, there's a red or orange fuel line release cap, and I went to push it in, and I swear to you, I just went like this, and it broke. That was a fuel line, okay? And I was so upset about it that I almost threw up, like in the engine. you know, um, it was just, it was awful. It was awful. I felt like I legitimately felt sick. Um, so it's like, you know what? It happened, is what it is. I'm gonna have to figure it out, and I did. Luckily, my uncle Martin, he helped me with some jack stands that I desperately needed, and it took me at least 8 hours to complete this. But that's been going to Kia, finding the part. locating the part, all that other stuff. And I say all in all, that whole thing cost me about maybe 130 bucks, 140 bucks. Now, if you were to take that to somebody, it would have been well over five, maybe even $800 to get done. But I ended up getting that part. I I was able to kind of figure out where it was going, and then once I figured it out, found out where it was, it connected on one end. Yeah, I got doused with fuel. I did the best I could to plug it, um, but put it in, put it on the one on top, just bypassed everything. I even left the old line in there because there's no use for it, right? So I just zip tied everything where it's not going to touch anything hot or anything like that. And I just checked with my wife actually not too long ago to see how it's running, and because it's been about a week, and she said no, it's running fine, no gas smells, no oil leaks anymore, because she used to smell burning oil. And where they typically leak is right behind where the manifold is, and that's where it gets its hottest. And she said that she would smell oil, but she said no, not anymore. So thank you, Jesus, I got that completed. But what I really wanted to tell you guys was the reason for this little video was because I couldn't have done it without lighting. Now, I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that, but I have been buying a lot of tools from them. And I started getting into lighting. They have this really nice fancy light that goes across your hood, and it clips onto your hood on each side. And then you're able to turn these lights on, and they're really, really nice. I have one at home because I actually bought the whole thing, but it only comes with one, so I had to buy the second one. Well, in Clovis, they didn't have it. In Fresno, they didn't have it. So when I was in Chico the other day on a day off, they had it. So this is the Lumens Icon 2100, and let me tell you, this thing is really, really nice. It has a swivel. I haven't even took it out of the package, I'm sorry, but it has a swivel. It swivels, this way, and then on the back of it, it has the three different settings. It's probably backwards, but low, medium, and high, and then has a charging cable, charging ports, and then you could actually charge your phone uh, here from it. So if you in a pinch, in an emergency, you have this on your car, and you need some type of charging, and I have my light. It's got power. You could connect your phone to it and charge your phone from it. Um, but it is magnetic on the bottom, and you just put it on my little thing that I have at home. So the other one's like right here, and then you just connect this one, and now they both can, they do this type of motion. Um, but really, really, really bright light. 2100 lumens. It's pretty dang bright. I could see a fill. Let me see. Yeah. So you can see how bright it gets. Even has an indicator lights back here. So extremely bright, and I really, really like it a lot. It's something that I really, really do like. So I had to get the brother to it. Um, Even though they're like, I believe on some places they're like $85. It's crazy. Um, but I mean, it's heavy duty. Like it's built tough. It's very heavy. But anyway, I think some places I've seen it for like 50 bucks. And then if you're a member, like part of the membership thing that they have at Harbor Freight, I think, see, was gonna pay 60, but it ended up being like 50 something dollars or something like that. But it wasn't as expensive as I thought it was gonna be, because most places are like 85 bucks, 65 bucks, so they vary in price. But at Harbor Freight, you can get them pretty cheap. I was watching this one video, and this guy said he got his for $35, but he went on a sale. He's also a membership. He's got that membership thing, and he got it for cheaper. So very, very good light. They hold quite a bit. So like on high, it only lasts 2.5 hours, and it's at 2100 lumens, right? Medium, it's at 1,000 lumens, and it lasts for 5.5 hours. And then your lowest setting, which is 280 lumens, but it will last you for 12 hours. So quite a bit of a difference. But I would always have it on high. Yes, it didn't run out in like 2 hours, almost 3 hours, because I had it on high. And then I had my headlamp. You guys already know my headlamp that I have. Luckily, I took that too, because it was that helped out a lot. Let me tell you, because it sucks. You know, you got to take your stuff out like this. I would have to charge after 2 hours versus my headlamp. I would need to charge that for a while. You know, at least constant 5 hours or more. So I had to charge it once, but other than that, that was it. And I think I already used it like out here when I'm trucking and all that. Um, but yeah, so Icon, these things are badass. I really like them, and I recommend it for anybody who wants one. I'm not sponsored by them. I wish I was, because I love Icon tools. I have a lot of Icon tools, and I'm gonna keep buying more Icon tools because I'm sorry, but I'm not that kind of guy that is gonna spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on Snap-on tools. Nothing wrong with Snap-on. It's just I'm not gonna spend that kind of money, man. Like it's just way too much money. You know, I can get a pair of pliers from Icon for 20 bucks and it's the same quality as a Snap-on pair of pliers, you know, and the Snap-on pair of pliers is like $100. You know, that's the difference. So it's like, no, I'm good. I've even converted my uncle, like he's coming, you know, with Icon now. So I corrupted him. Um, but anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to come on here and make a quick, quick little review. And I will see you guys later on the next one. Peace.